Hey, what do we got here?
I got a couple of high-grade U.S. large currency notes that I've been collecting. This is a 1918 series Federal Reserve note, and this is a $500 1882 gold note.
Whoa, these are a little bit more than just high grade, especially this one right here, the $500 gold certificate. There's not a lot of these left in the world. This was an incredible amount of money at the time. I mean, this is a year or two salary for most people. It would be very difficult to get change.
The notes that I've got are considered to be pretty rare, just like artwork. But at some point, you just want to move on or find something else to do. I'm really looking for $50,000 for the pair of notes. $40,000 is the least I'm really willing to sell them for.
Yeah, these are incredible.
Thank you.
There's probably less than 100 of each of them in the world. I mean, they were shredded, just like, when we have a bad $1 bill today, it eventually ends up back at the Federal Reserve, and they shred the old ones and print new ones.
Right.
This was 1882. There was a gold shortage at the Treasury right around that time. They issued a lot of paper bills like this, especially when this one was made. I mean, we still lived in a world where people really didn't want paper money because paper money was just a receipt for gold.
Right.
But it had advantages. First off, it's a lot less bulky than carrying around gold coins. And the other advantage of this was if you were traveling, say, in a stagecoach somewhere and you were robbed, you now had a traceable document instead of some gold coins in your pocket, which were not traceable at all.
Makes good sense.
So how much you want for these?
I'd like to get $33,000 for this note, and I'd like to get $17,000 for this note, so I'd like to get even $50,000 for them.
Okay. I want one of my friends to come down here and look at it. He deals in this stuff almost exclusively.
Sure.
They look real to me, but there's a lot of treatments people do on these things to make them look better.
Understood.
Okay. So hang on a few minutes, and I'll get him down here.
Okay.
All right, be right back.
I very much welcome an expert. My only concern is the expert a prejudiced expert or is he an unbiased expert? So it's something I have to take in consideration.
What do we have here today?
Two $500 bills that he wants a lot of money for. And the big thing is have they been processed and what are they worth?
Sure. May I take them out of the holder?
Sure.
These are incredible items. They're not common by no means. I'll tell you right now, my favorite one out of both of these is this 1918 500 features Chief Justice John Marshall, who essentially helped create the Supreme Court to be co-equal to our government. Pretty historical individual. Gold certificates were issued in a time where they were backed by gold. Because weight of gold was quite heavy, the government issued paper currency to alleviate some of the stress of carrying it, and it also allowed the government to keep some of their gold medals in the banks and have public debt carry the certificates instead.
All right, well, tell me about these things.
Sure. This 1918 500 Federal Reserve note, this note looks problem-free, meaning has no tears, rust, inks. It's definitely has never been pressed. It's got just light circulation. It's a really, really solid example, and it would fall in the very fine 30 range. This is a genuine, high-valued example.
Can you and I disagree without being disagreeable?
Sure.
I do think it grades higher than that between us.
I get that quite often. I get that quite often. Now, the 1882 500 gold certificate, this one concerns me. This has seen some restoration work quite well. The corners look like they've been rebuilt. During that time, it was probably washed lightly, not too harsh, and would probably grade this in the very fine 20 to 25 range, but it has been restored.
Okay, and that affects value.
It absolutely up to about 30 to 40%.
Okay, so what do you think they'll go for?
Individually, I think in auction, I would expect the 1918 $500 Federal Reserve note to bring $20,000 to $30,000, and the 1882 $500 gold certificate, because of the grade and the restoration work, in auction, I think one could expect to pay around $20,000.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Good luck.
Thank you for your help.
If Rick can negotiate a deal for these two notes in that price range, I think it's a very good buy considering the scarcity of them.
So what's the best price you'll take for them?
Well, I'd like to get $50,000 for the two of them.
Well, you seem like a reasonable businessman. I'm not going to pay $50,000 for something I might get 50 out of.
All right.
I mean, what can you do?
I bet 40.
There's no money at 40.
37?
No, I'll go 35. I mean, there's auction fees, in the end, it makes no sense for me to give you a dime more than that.
All right, you got a deal.
Oh, sweet, man. Let's go up front, and I'll write you up. These are cool.
The offer of $35,000 is a little bit on the low side, but it's a fair offer. And right now, I'm just going to leave it in the bank account.
What's up, Pops?
I just spent a lot of money on 2 $500 bills.
That's dumb. They're only worth $1,000.
They're pretty cool. I mean, especially like the $500 gold certificate with Lincoln on it.
Lincoln was on a $500 bill?
He was on a lot of different bills.
I did not know that.
Well, he was like one of our best presidents.
What about Taft?
Why would you think he's the best?
Because he came in, only did one term, did everything he said he was going to do, and left. Who's your favorite?
I like Lincoln. I like Washington. Andrew Jackson was pretty weird. Some guy tried to assassinate him. His gun misfired. He took his cane and beat the hell out of him.
I like that dude. McKinley was on the $500 bill. He's pretty cool.
I'm shocked that you actually knew that.
You know what? Chum was just smart for a change. Can we just celebrate that moment for a minute?
Are you guys forgetting about Harrison Ford?
That was a movie.
That didn't last long, did it? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I've got something interesting to show you today. We have a Standard Oil Company stock certificate from the 1890s that was signed by John D. Rockefeller.
Okay, Rockefeller. His net worth was worth 3% of GDP. That's how much money he had.
Wow. I'm here today to sell my John D. Rockefeller signed Standard Oil stock certificate. The stock certificate is from the 1890s. It's unused or unissued, and it's signed by John D. Rockefeller. I bought it from an estate that had a large collection of antique documents and other miscellaneous ephemera, and the estate was just outside of Charleston, South Carolina. I'm asking $2,500 for my Standard Oil stock certificate signed by John D. Rockefeller.
Rockefeller, I mean, probably the most brilliant businessman ever, but he was kind of ruthless. I mean, by ruthless, like undercutting his competitors, a lot of not great business practices, but he ended up, by the 1890s, he controlled like 90% of the oil in the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so this right here was a stock certificate, Standard Oil. This was a stock certificate that was meant to be issued in the 1890s, but it was never issued, which is kind of weird.
Definitely interesting. I mean, he signed it. It's got the serial number there.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing it's not issued. The big thing is the signature.
Yeah.
So how much do you want for it?
I'm looking to try to get about $2,500 for it.
Okay. The thing that concerns me, this is the 1890s. This is one of the richest guys in the world.
Yeah.
Is he actually signing the stock certificates? Okay. Or has he got some assistant saying, hey, I need 100 stock certificates signed. I need 1,000 stock certificates signed. I mean, was he going to sit around and sign 5,000 of these himself? So maybe, but maybe not. Okay. So let's find out if he signed it or there was a secretary that signed it.
Okay.
I'm going to call up my buddy Steve Grad. I mean, #1 autograph guy in existence. He'll know.
Okay, awesome.
All right, right back.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Yes, this young man right here, he has a stock certificate apparently signed by the man himself, John D. Rockefeller.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, still today, his name is synonymous with wealth, but also giving.
It was like a kid. I had no idea who he was, but you'd hear it in a movie or a cartoon.
Exactly.
What do you think I am, a Rockefeller? Okay, so have a look at it.
Okay. Let's first just take a look and see what we have here under magnification. Obviously, Rick, you know he'd be using a steel tip fountain pen or, you know, something similar to write with. And
I'm sure he used a gold tip fountain pen.
and you could see right here, we have some live ink on there. His autograph was quite simply, it was beautiful. I mean, he took a lot of time with it. He took a lot of pride with it. I do have a few examples to take a look at. You could see this leaning R. We get that right over here. And you could just see how he comes off everything. It's literally perfect. So no doubt you got live ink, beautiful signature, definitely real.
Okay.
Wow.
What does his signature autograph go for?
You know, Rick, think about this. He started, what, in the 1850s or something as an accountant.
Pre-Civil War.
So pre-Civil War, and he had so many companies, and he would sign so much stuff, and obviously, he signed all this stuff. So there's a lot of it out there, but he's still in demand. He still has good value, and people like this stuff, especially for displays. This one, in the condition it's in, which is very nice, you're looking at $2,000.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yep, good to see you, and good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Yep,
Thank you.
take care.
All right, I told you he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with it. I'll give you 1,500 bucks for it. I'm kind of in love with it. I mean, I have to frame it up. I got to make a display.
What do you think of 1,800?
I think 1,700.
I know, but I like that 1,800.
Now you're acting like Rockefeller.
Well, how about we meet in the middle?
1,750?
1,750.
We got a deal.
All righty.
All right.
Awesome.
So go right over there, and they will get you paid.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey, I got a 1918 Federal Reserve note.
Okay, this is pretty cool. Most people don't realize this note right here, it's $1,000, but in 1918, this could buy a lot. This could buy a small house.
You buy a large house back then, son.
No, it couldn't buy a large house back then. It could buy a small house back then.
Large house.
My grandmother collected all kinds of things, and she just gave me a whole box, and the note was actually in it. I think the bill is interesting. You'd definitely be balling if you had a couple of these back in 1918 in your pocket.
Believe it or not, you can still spend this, cash it in, and everything like that. It's worth more than the face value, so I wouldn't suggest doing it. But
Well, I haven't seen a $1,000 bill before. Why did they actually start making those?
it just was a lot more convenient. You needed larger bills. You have to realize this is 1918. There's not credit cards, there's not ATMs.
In fact, if you bought something, you paid cash for it. Let me see it, son. These old bills are pretty cool, but I prefer the new ones. Nothing better than a crisp $100 bill.
Most people don't realize the Federal Reserve is not part of the federal government. Believe it or not, it is a pseudo-private organization. 1913, it was Morgan, Chase, and some other bankers got together, and they basically came up with the whole idea of the Federal Reserve, wrote the bills and everything, and presented them to Congress and got it passed. And it's sort of like this really shadowy, weird thing, which I don't dig. But that's who prints all of our money and who was printing it back then.
Wow.
I've seen lots of old high-dollar bills like this go for tens of thousands of dollars. Since this one isn't graded, it's hard to tell exactly what I can get out of it, but I'm thinking $4 to $5 grand. What are you looking to get out of it?
Well, I saw $10,000 online. I know it's not in the best condition, but how about 6?
How about no? Me and my father have dealt with these for years. I know all about them. With these things, condition is everything. It's been folded a few times. It looks like it's been folded, and they ironed it back out to make it look flat. But they are rare. Remember, it is a $1,000 bill. Very few people were walking around with these things, so there's not a lot in circulation. I'll give you like $2 grand.
You can do 3,500?
One of the difficulties in selling these things, when you start getting collectibles that are a lot of money, the group of people that can afford them is a lot less. I'll tell you what, I'll go 2,500 bucks, and I won't go no more. If you say 26, I'm gonna tell you to leave.
2,500? Cash?
Cash money.
Okay.
All right, it's a deal, man. Every buy at the shop is a risk, especially in things that need to be graded. I'm hoping it'll come back graded as a 15 to 20 out of a possible 70. If it does, it should be a nice little profit.
You want to see something you'll never see again?
What?
$1,000 bill.
Oh, sweet. A Gino. Imagine having a stack of these.
That would be nice, Chumley.
Those you don't want to spend, chum. That's worth a lot more than its face value.
That's $1,000. Hell yeah, I want to spend it.
No, I just paid $2,500 for a $1,000 bill.
Well, that's your fault. Why would you pay $2,500 for $1,000? That don't make sense.
I mean, it's been folded like all over the place.
I know, even that one being folded, I think is probably worth $4,000 to $8,000 probably.
Probably. My dad always pulls this crap. He'd be real mad if I spent that kind of money on something that wasn't graded. But now that I'm a partner, I stand to lose money too if he messes us up.
You definitely should have had somebody look at it first.
Well, it's not something you just have someone look at. You have to send it in and get them graded.
Oh, so you're a professional grader now?
No, I've bought and sold currency my whole life.
Should have called somebody.
I don't need to call anybody.
Corey, you can't call an expert every time. You got to go with your gut once in a while.
There was no gut here. I knew exactly what I was doing. Now that Corey's a partner in the shop, he thinks he can question every decision I make. I don't need my snot-nosed son telling me what's a good buy and what's not.
What if it's only worth 1,200 bucks?
then we lost money. But
What if it's
at
a fake?
$1,200, I'll buy
At
it.
$1,200, if it's only worth $1,200, I will give this to Chumley for his paycheck.
Hell yeah. Plus my regular one?
Plus your regular paycheck, chum.
That's a bold statement.
I'm sending it off to get graded. It's gonna come back. It's gonna be worth, it'll be fine.
I guess it's worth at least $1,000, right?
You guys please go back to work.
Well, you're about to find out if that $2,500 was well spent.
I guarantee it was well spent. Let's see. Are you ready?
What is it?
It is more bubble wrap.
Open the damn thing, Rick.
It's fake. I'm kidding.
What'd it come back as?
It's a 25, very fine. Perfect would be a 70, which would make it worth like $100,000 probably. But this is far from that, so I'm thinking like $7,000 it's worth.
Trying to give me a damn heart attack.
I want you to apologize to me.
I'm not gonna apologize. I never said you did anything wrong. I just said you should have found out what it was worth before you paid for it.
No, you basically called me an idiot, and I think you should
I
apologize.
didn't call you an idiot. I'm just saying you didn't know what it was worth when you bought it.
Oh, shut up, all of you. Give me that thing, Rick. Give it up.
There you go, Dad.
I'm gonna sit here and examine this for a while. You two get back to work.
I don't know why you're examining it. It's already been graded.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how you doing today?
All right. So what do you got here?
I've got a $500 bill and a $1,000 bill.
All right. This is pretty cool. So did you want to pawn these, sell these, or just spend them in the store?
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to try to sell my $500 bill and my $1,000 bill. The reason I wanted to try to sell these bills is I'm trying to get rid of some of the merchandise I have at home and turn it into some cash. I'd like to sell the bills combined for approximately $7,400.
So where'd you get these?
I bought these from a dealer a few years back in Boston.
Okay. 1934 and 1934?
Yes.
Okay. There was a cash shortage in the United States in 1934 because there was people who were hoarding lots of gold, and the Federal Reserve had to pay them cash for it. So they had to print a lot of money, which is why the majority of $500 bills and $1,000 bills were printed in 1934. And the reason they don't make it now is the IRS. It's too easy to transport large amounts of money if you have $1,000 bills as opposed to $100 bills. You know, $1 million bucks in $1,000 bills is a little stack like that. These bills are super collectible because they weren't in circulation very long. Though I'm not sure why Presidents Cleveland and McKinley are on them, oddly enough, the U.S. Treasury never reveals its reasons, so your guess is as good as mine. They're in amazingly great shape. It's pretty easy to grade this one. It's a 65, which means it's gem. It's almost perfect. It can be graded higher all the way up to a 70, but the border on the bottom is smaller than the border on the top. Now, if it had like perfect borders, that would make it closer to a 70. And this one right here is not uncirculated. It might get an uncirculated grade like a 60, but you can see there's damage to the corners. Almost looks like it's been folded and ironed. With bills, every crease, mark, and imperfection affects the value. And these bills are in great shape, so they're very collectible. What were you looking to get out of these?
12 for the $500 one and 62 for the $1,000 one.
This one, I'll give you $1,000. We got a deal?
Let's talk about that one first.
I really want to pay you like $3,500 for this.
I'd like to at least get what I paid for, and that was $4,800. If I can get 48 and 1,000, 58 for both.
55 for the pair?
57, and you got a deal.
All right, 5,500.
57.
I'll go 5,500, and I'm pushing it at that.
Okay, 55.
All right, it's a deal.
I settled for 5,500. I wish I could have got a little more for it, but I am happy, and I'm going to buy my wife a nice gift with the money.
So what do we got here?
We have notes from the Republic and the government of Texas.
All right, that is pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. Most people in Texas believe they live in a separate country already, and it'd be really cool to have their own money, too.
Absolutely. I came to the pawn shop today to sell a set of Republic of Texas and a government of Texas note. This is the real currency that they used back in the 1830s and 40s. The reason I'm trying to sell the notes is the business that I own has invested in them. It's time to refund the business.
So we have 9 Republic of Texas bills, and this one that says Government of Texas. We have Sam Houston right here. He was president. Most people don't know that.
He was indeed.
It just wasn't of the United States, it was the Republic of Texas.
Absolutely.
Texas was part of Mexico. There was a revolution. They declared their sovereignty. It was its own country. And then the United States government sort of annexed Texas, saying, you're part of the United States. The people in Texas really didn't dig that. Texas has a wild history. Native groups like the Comanches were fighting in that area for over 1,000 years. And when European explorers showed up in the early 1500s, the fighting just got worse. Finally, Texas declared itself independent from Mexico and was its own country for 9 years, before the US government annexed Texas in 1845. So tell me what you know about the bills.
The notes were produced between 1838 and 1840. Finest set of notes known to exist. All the notes have been authenticated and graded, so there's no question as to their authenticity or the quality.
Not only are these bills old and rare, they've already been authenticated and graded, and they're in great condition. I can definitely sell these and make a profit if the guy will let them go at the right price. So what were you looking to do with them all?
Sell them.
Okay, and how much did you want for them?
The 9 notes of the Republic of Texas, approximately $25,000. And then for the Government of Texas note, $650,000.
650.
Thousand.
Oh, really? Why would you think this bill was worth so much?
That's the rarest of all of them. It's the only known uncirculated specimen graded. The next highest note is AU-58, which is about uncirculated.
Okay, Ed, do you know how much that one sold for?
I still own it.
Okay. All right, so we have nothing to compare the price to.
Not a thing.
Do you mind if I call someone and try and figure out this price here?
I think that would be a good idea.
650 grand is more than I've ever spent on anything coming in the shop. So there's no way I'm gonna shell out that kind of money until I have someone look at it. Who knows, it could be worth every penny.
Hi, guys.
Jay, how's it going, man?
What's going on, Jay?
The guys call me in when they have a piece of currency that they need more expertise.
The guy's got a lot of stuff here from the Republic of Texas and one from the Government of Texas.
Looks like a nice collection. These notes are part of a very colorful history. They're fascinating, they're scarce, and they come up at auction, usually in lower grades. Early Texas notes can be very rare, and like anything else, it depends strictly on condition. This gentleman might have something real valuable here. What are we asking for this group?
In the neighborhood of about $25,000, with a $500 bill, which you very rarely see.
So you're evaluating this at around $10,000?
At least, yeah.
And these you're evaluating at about $700 to $1,000 each?
Yeah, about that.
In my opinion, the retail value on these would be $300 to $600 each.
Okay.
On the 500, I would say a couple of thousand. In an auction, it could go for more.
But not 10,000.
Not even close. Now, this is quite a bill, this Government of Texas $10. I believe this is the highest grade they've ever issued for this. This is very different from the rest of these. I think it's in fabulous condition. What were you asking for this bill?
$650,000.
Yeah. Actually, that's not even in the ballpark. That's over the moon, over the planets, over the stars. Has anyone offered you a quarter of that?
I've turned down that offer.
Well, have you saved their phone number?
Absolutely.
You better run and take it before they change their mind. I would put a much lower value on this.
Okay.
In my opinion, the $10 Sam Houston note would retail for $5,000 to $7,000, and on a great day at a great auction, $10,000.
I paid more than that. I've looked up the auction records to know where they trade. This note, of course, has never been seen before.
Well,
Nothing like it.
but it's still a limited number of collectors. It's not like $20 gold pieces. It's not like silver dollars that have millions of people that are interested.
Absolutely.
This is a small universe of collectors, maybe a few thousand real serious collectors. So the fact that something is the finest known is great, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's worth a fortune of money.
Most people don't have a clue what it's worth.
You're on your own. I've
Thanks,
given you
Jay.
my opinion.
Okay.
It's a free country, and people can ask whatever they want. I have to give my opinion based on what I consider the real world, the real market.
Obviously, we're really far apart. You know, my guy says 6,500, you're saying 650,000, so.
I appreciate you bringing in an expert, but obviously this is so rare, he just doesn't normally deal with it. And if I could buy notes at his price as retail, I'd probably buy him out.
Jay's my guy, I gotta listen to him. I've never had any deal that far apart before on prices, but
just more research and more time is probably what we needed.
Obviously, a deal's not gonna be made here today. Just a difference of opinion, happens all the time.
Absolutely.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings.
All right.
Certainly, he doesn't know enough about the Republic or the government of Texas to give an accurate number. This man just doesn't have a clue what he's talking about.
Earlier, I got a call from a guy looking to sell an antique stock ticker. So me and the old man are on our way to go check it out.
So this is it, huh?
Yes, sir. This is what I called you about. It's a 1930s Dow Jones news ticker.
Cool. So did you used to be a stockbroker or something, or?
I worked for Dow Jones and Company. I service these machines.
Did you ever get any good stock tips or anything?
Yeah, buy low and sell high. I called the guys from the pawn shop to come down and take a look at my Dow Jones news ticker. I want to sell it because we're moving out of town. I'm asking for $1,500. We'll determine what the least is that I'll accept.
So what do you know about it?
These are built between 1930 and 1933. That's how the newspapers got the business news to put in their paper through these machines.
I know Edison was the first guy to actually invent the stock ticker, where anybody around the world could get what the stock price was relatively quickly.
This was a very important machine because it brought in the news of the stock market to the people that need to know. Back in the day, every stockbroker had a stock ticker. When the stock market went belly up in 1929, it was the stock tickers that delivered all the bad news.
The paper had come up through here. This swung around and it's got all the letters and numbers, and it came over telephone wire. This has the news, and plus it has all the stock quotes on it.
Let's see what happened on the last day this machine was in use. Spring Mills cuts quarterly dividend to 15 cents from 25 cents. I'd be pissed.
That's the reason why I don't mess around the stock market, Corey.
This really wouldn't appeal to the everyday antique hunter, but I can really see a stockbroker buying it for his office or his garage or something like that. So what'd you want to do with this, my man?
I would like to sell it.
Any idea of what you're looking to get, or?
Well, I'd like to get $1,500 for it, with the clipboard and the papers. It's a conversation piece.
I'd like to offer you around $500 for it. It's one of those things where as technology goes on, you know, some stuff just has to go. And not everything could be collectible.
That's pretty low. How about $1,200?
What do you think, Grandpa? What do you want to pay for it?
$800 or $900 would be tops, Corey.
You're slipping on me. We'll go 900. That's the best I can do, though.
That's okay. That's okay. I agree to that.
All right, my man.
Real good. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
I'll have somebody come out and pick it up.
The old man kills me sometimes. $800 or $900. He was supposed to say $600, but I'm not worried about it. I mean, I'll still make a profit on this piece.
Now, what do we got here?
I have some antique railroad documents, bonds.
Okay. They've all been paid out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today because I wanted to sell my antique railroad stock bonds. They're probably from the 1840s and on. I think they're really cool just for the lithographs, the art, the handwriting on them is really unique and it's different. Who wouldn't want to collect them?
Where'd you come across these at?
My husband is a collector. He's been collecting since he was a little boy, and I just kind of got involved with it when we got married.
Okay.
They're very collectible due to the fact of the Americana, the railroad, the mines, etc. Plus, they were pieces of art back then.
We have this one from Michigan Central Railroad, which everyone in Michigan's got to go crazy.
Back in the day, banks considered railroads too risky to loan money to. So they borrowed money from people like you and me with these bonds. You bought the bond, and after a certain period of time, you got your money back plus interest. They're the type of paperwork people bought them, stuck them in the desk, went down, got their money for them, got them punched, put them back in the desk. That's it. They were never in circulations like bills. So what you trying to do, young lady? Pawn these or sell them?
Well, I'm actually looking at selling them. My husband and I were moving to Panama. This is too much paper for us to take along because the weather is just going to ruin these.
I mean, they're all in really good shape. I mean, I don't see any real damage to any of them. So give me an idea of what you're looking to get out of them.
Maybe $350, $400.
2, 4, 6, 8 pieces.
These are just the best ones. I have more. I just didn't want to bombard you guys with all my documents here.
We're talking $350 for all of them?
Yeah, $350 for all of mine.
Seriously, $350?
Yeah. My husband and I are moving, like I said, I mean, we're not looking to get rich.
Well, it's going to take me a year to sell them all, but I don't see a problem with that. Let's go do some paperwork real quick. We just bought 70 bonds for $350. That's a great deal for us, because while they won't sell fast, they'll eventually sell for around $1,000 total, which was a pretty good deal for everybody involved.
Thank you.